Many people have the necessary dispositions and therefore the potential to create change on their own. The difficulty is to identify the nature of what is blocking them. In other words, they have the willingness and motivation, but don't know what to change. The hypnotherapist helps identify blocks and make suggestions for things to work on. Knowledge and memory are more complex than just data in, data out. Rather, new knowledge is influenced by existing knowledge in such ways that everyone learns or remembers in unique ways. Further, everything in memory is charged with emotional energy. Taken together, memories crystallize over time into your own truths. Those truths subsequently form the maps from which your habits and destiny are charted.
If the idea of a personal truth seems too egocentric, think of an argument at a recent family gathering that began with two siblings' differing recall of a shared event in their childhood. If one of the siblings was you probably argued assertively for your own memory of the event, while your sister argued just as strongly for hers. What's interesting is that neither of you was mistaken. In fact, others who were present at that same event probably contributed their own nuanced memories of it.
The nature of a habit is that you act or react in a predictable way, often unconsciously and usually without knowing how or why the habit arose. But every habit started somewhere. I'm suggesting that what you now experience as fixed ideas or habits of your mind have crystallized in the context of knowledge and emotions accompanying an event or even a series of events that you have experienced as a child. It is as if those ideas are frozen in time. You can't imagine a different reality. When you consciously recall such an event, you feel the same emotion you experienced at that time. Even though you can now assign an adult interpretation to the event, the memory of it still evokes the same emotion as when you were a child. And that memory leads you to perform behaviors consistent with what you may have expressed as a child. While it is obvious to an observer that such behavioral responses are no longer appropriate for you as an adult, they remain unabated until you find a way to reframe the event. Such reframing allows you to consider new options to replace old habits since you are no longer driven by the original emotion. This raises a couple of important questions. 1. If the prior paragraph is true, I should be able to remember the event that initiated a bad habit. But I can't remember anything that led me to a particular habit. Why is that? 2. It sounds like memories last a lifetime. Even if I reframe the event, won't my memory of it still remain? You're right. Most people have no idea where their bad habits began. Part of the problem is that you have memories you're not aware of. The conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's where you retrieve knowledge and memories you are aware of. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, is your feeling mind. The memories that accompany sensory information bypass your critical thinking mind and go directly to storage in the subconscious mind. Even though stored differently, emotions remain linked to the information with which they were received. But in every case, memories are emotionally received. That means the emotion of an event is so much stronger than the cognitive aspects that the event can only be accessed via the subconscious mind. So you end up habitually responding to an emotion associated with an event to which you have no conscious access. Memories do indeed last a lifetime, and as long as the emotion driving a habit remains fixed in the subconscious mind, that habit will continue, usually with a negative impact on your life. Hypnotherapy gives you a second chance at life by facilitating the process of reframing. It allows access to your subconscious such that you can replace fixed ideas arising from childhood interpretations with new interpretations based on adult maturity. In other words, memory of the event remains, but because hypnotherapy accesses that memory within the subconscious, emotions associated with the event are revised, meaning that the associated habit is no longer relevant to the emotional trigger. Relationships, life situations, and health that are out of order cause pain and suffering for both you and those you interact with. The only way to reduce the pain is to change the behaviors that are not working for you. Hypnotherapy is useful in rewriting the software within your subconscious mind to eliminate harmful emotional triggers, subsequently replacing unhealthy behaviors with more healthy choices. Hypnotherapy supports true change while providing encouragement to expand courage, alleviate fears, and act on necessary solutions.